A taxi operator who is said to have 22 children dies in Linstead a few months after his wife. A Thanksgiving service has been held for both of them, and the two have been cremated.
I will lose Mummy November and then try to catch myself back and then my super pass. So it's not an easy feeling right now.
Rupert Lothian, better known as Mas Rupert, who operated a taxi between the towns of Linstead and Yuatan in St. Catherine, has died. He passed away on Monday, February 27, 2023, a day after he collapsed and was taken to Linstead Public Hospital.
Take my hand, precious Lord, leads me on.
Mas Rupert transitioned from this life almost 4 months after the death of his last wife, Albertha Lothian, better known as Joyce. Mrs. Lothian died of natural cause in the United States on November 6, 2022, a day before her 65th birthday. She was cremated and her remains brought to her native Jamaica. The urn containing her remains was placed beside her husband's casket during a relatively short Thanksgiving service held for the couple at Banbury Church of God in Linstead on Saturday, April 8. Mas Rupert, like his wife, eventually was cremated. Ansel McNeish, in a tribute, stated that it was not easy losing his mother and stepdad in such quick succession.
I lose Mummy November and then try to catch myself back and then my super pass. So it's not an easy feeling right now.
McNeish added that his stepfather treated him like a biological son.
Thanks for the support you guys giving us today. It's a sad day for everybody that is connected to my super and Joyce. You know, we've been through a lot. Me and my super Angie. Romy too, but Romy was in the belly at that time and was going through a lot. Ups and downs, struggles. And my super was always there like a father to me, you know? So it's hard. So we've been through a lot. You know, we've been through a lot. And my super means a lot to me as a father. So, you know, Mummy and him, they've been through a lot. And they've been through a lot together. So, I don't know, maybe they're meeting each other right now, greeting each other right now in love and harmony. So, we have to just keep on keeping on.
Mas Rupert was born on May 3, 1952 at Stewarttown in the parish of Trelawney, but his parents relocated to Kingston with him shortly after his birth. They later moved to other parishes.
Rupert, also known as Put, or Mr. Wood, as he was affectionately called, was the first child to born to O'Connor Lothian and Mabel Thomas Lothian. Rupert was a person with a cheerful and jovial personality, and if something was wrong, it would have been hard to tell what is under that hat of his. At a tender age of 1, he accompanied his parents as they relocated to the parish of Kingston.
Mas Rupert attended St. Peter Claver Primary School in Kingston. He subsequently enrolled at different schools, including Kellett's Primary in Clarendon and Matney Primary in St. Anne. His journey eventually took him back to Kingston, where he completed school, his last being Denham Town High.
Rupert was a brilliant student, and as a result, his mother would oftentimes send him to afternoon classes. However, he would skip afternoon classes to play cricket, which he was an excellent bowler, but gained an injury in his right arm which got dislocated by climbing a tree, and that was the end of his cricket career.
While growing up, Mas Rupert was passionate about different things, including church and music.
As a child, Rupert was grown in a home where church is a must and was baptized at the age of 10 years old. His love for music evolved and his interest grew for the trumpet, in which he made one from bamboo and was good at playing it.
When Mas Rupert was 17, he returned to the parish of his birth, Trelawney. There, he sharpened his skills in auto mechanics and carpentry. He eventually settled in St. Catherine, where he did different jobs to earn a living.
He started his career at the Alcon Backside Company in the 1970s to 2022 as a welder. And in between, he was also a taxi driver. He was a hard-working man, always doing something to make an honest living.
Before starting to deliver the sermon, Pastor B.G. Bryan reflected on Mr. Lothian, noting that he was always pleasant.
When I came back to Banbury, then I, saw the journeyman when he was alive and well, always so pleasant. Just a few days before of his departure, we met and we spoke at the gate and below, and he gave me encouraging words. And when I heard, I didn't know that, I know I'm a pastor, and I know that in the midst of life and death and all that and that. But I didn't know that I would be doing this service here today for my good friend. That's why I say life is very funny.
The clergyman had a reminder for those in earshot.
I just want to remind us right here, right at it is in my short word to us today. In the book of Luke, chapter 12, I just want to remind us that life is very short. Very short. And whatever plans we have, we have to really put God in front.
And now we shift focus to Mrs. Lothian, who hailed from Banbury District. She attended Victoria All-Aid School in Linstead and eventually worked as an assessor with the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Mrs. Lothian had 4 children. She also had good friends, including one known as Juanita or Nancy, whose daughter, Nayoka Dakers, did a tribute on her behalf.
Alberta Davis Lothian, officially called Joyce, or some would call her Quashupek. She and my mother shared a mutual friendship for over 34 years. Over this time, they have shared experiences, the good, the bad, and the indifference.
Mrs. Lothian was also said to be jovial and kind.
Joyce was a very jovial individual. She was loving and kind. She would always give good advice and words of encouragement to just about anyone she came in contact with. That she was an advocate for the people, and she would spend a lot of time on the streets giving jokes, being happy, and just having a good time. Joyce was always full of life. One thing for sure, she did not like to see others suffer or being treated unfairly. And I can personally remember her playing the role, to many, she played the role of mother to those who needed a mother's care when their mothers were not around. Although in the eyes of some, Joyce was nothing, but to some of us, Joyce was a true gem. A mother that loved her children and grandchildren like a world without an ending. She was a sister, a grandmother, an aunt, a guardian, and a confidant to those around her that she cared for.
Mrs. Lothian was also remembered as a hard-working woman who particularly enjoyed taking care of senior citizens.
Joyce, you gained your wings. She's now gone on to glory, and we do miss her a whole lot. Her memories will live on. Sleep well, my friend, my sister, and I ask God to bless your family that is now left behind. Someday we will meet on the other side.
Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul.
Pastor Brian, who also prayed for the family, led mourners from the sanctuary. The casket was removed from the church, placed into the hearse, and returned to the morgue for cremation. On your screen is Sharika Lothian, one of Mas Rupert's children. She told the Beacon that she does not know a number of her siblings, adding that the hope of changing that reality has been complicated by her father's death.
He has about 30 kids, but right now I see on the something today I see 22 kids, 49 grandchildren.
His daughter stated that although he was not earning enough to adequately support all his children, he was a nice person.
He was a nice person, always smiling. You don't know when that man is upset.
At Banbury District in Linstead, this is the Jamaica Beacon.